give you the context. I think we need to know exactly where the Philippines is in terms of innovation. Second is, I'll present to you the policies and programs that we have at present that supports innovation in general, including grassroots innovation. And third, give you some examples of what we consider as grassroots innovation. The presentation earlier of Dr. Gupta was enlightening, particularly in terms of defining what we consider as grassroots innovation. So let me start first with where we are, based on the Global Competitiveness Report 2018. This is the scorecard of the Philippines. We're now ranked 56th out of 140 economies. This is a big jump from the 2017 figures. We were at 68 out of the 135 countries surveyed. So those are the different parameters or indicators that were surveyed. And I think noteworthy is the 37th place, which is a big jump from the 67th place in terms of innovation capability. This slide tells us the trend in the Philippine rankings in global competitiveness factors from 2012 to 2018. We are evaluated in terms of the basic requirements, efficiency enhancers, and innovation factors, including innovation. So, in terms of innovation, we jumped in 2012 to 2013 from 94th place to 65th in the 2017 to 2018 ranking. So these are in terms of the innovation pillars from 2012 to 2018. We see an improvement in all the indicators, including capacity for innovation, quality of scientific research institutions, company spending in R&D. There are 7 parameters here: university-industry collaboration, government procurement of advanced technology products, and availability of scientists and engineers. Please note that we're still lagging behind other countries in terms of government procurement systems and procedures. So that's something that I think we should work on in terms of innovation. And then the last one here is PCT applications per million population. We're at 83 out of 137 economies. In terms of the parameters being monitored in the Global Innovation Index report, the Philippines is now at 73rd place out of 126 countries. So if we compare ourselves with the other ASEAN countries, the scores of the other ASEAN countries in selected input and output indicators, we are lagging behind Singapore, Malaysia, Thailand, and I think we're 4th or 3rd down the line. Also, that's unfortunate. We are looking at Philippine agriculture as one of the drivers for innovation. This is a major industry in the country, and we saw an improvement in the parameters or indicators. So we're looking at agriculture as an area that we should focus much of our research and development and much of our innovation efforts. Also in digital connectivity, the Philippines is now 35th. We have a score of GCI score of 35, and we're now considered as an adapter. Okay, vis-a-vis other ASEAN countries, as I've mentioned, we are lagging behind Singapore, Malaysia, even Indonesia in many of the innovation pillar indicators. Also for capacity for innovation, we now have a program we call Philippinovation. It's a cross between Filipino and innovation. We call it Philippinovation. And we're working with the Department of Trade and Industry, the Department of Information and Communication Technology, as well as the Commission on Higher Education, so that we can put in place an innovation ecosystem that would work towards the goal of having an inclusive innovation and entrepreneurship ecosystem in the country. We convened over 500 participants to consult with them in 12 regions in the country so that we can articulate the Philippine Innovation Agenda and Roadmap. So we started in 2016 and 2017, we had the Inclusive Innovation Conference. And then we had the pre-2017 ASEAN MSME Summit Roundtable on Innovation. Earlier about the question on ASEAN agenda on innovation. This articulated the agenda at ASEAN level. We had recently the Industry 4.0, which also dealt on a lot about innovation. Just to map the ecosystem that we have, we saw, if we see the map of innovation in the country, we can see a lot of, or a lack of connectedness and missing linkages between players, especially the links between the entrepreneur and the providers of services, including the sources of technology and sources of innovation. We did a number of regional consultations which resulted to identification of strategies in building connected, creative innovation communities. So now we're in the process of, this is by the way the vision that we have for the Inclusive Innovation Program of the government, which is to see an inclusive innovation and entrepreneurship ecosystem in the country. And those are the different elements that we need to look into. And recently, unlike Malaysia, we don't have a legal basis yet, or a legislation that maps out and identifies the different innovation efforts that we need to pursue, at least in the medium term. But this time, there's a pending bill in the Senate, which is Senate Bill number 1355, which is the Philippine Innovation Act. So hopefully before the end of 2019, we should be able to have this in place. Please take note of the words in red or the phrases in red. What we want is a culture of strategic planning and innovation. And there's an emphasis on communities, innovation in communities. There shall be investments in education, science, technology, and innovation. And we are proposing a whole of government approach. I should say whole of nation approach, because we're not just talking of stakeholders in government, but also the other stakeholders in the other sectors of society, like civil society, academia, and industry. So we're trying to complete that quadruple helix of government, academia, industry, and civil society. We believe that if we leave out one sector, then we're not being sustainable, we're not being inclusive. So we're after effective and efficient innovation ecosystem for MSME development, education, trade, investment, finance, agriculture, sustainable energy, climate change, among others. This is one thing that I think we should include in the equation, climate change and disaster risk reduction, especially because communities are the most vulnerable to the impacts of disasters and climate change. So maybe we should look at how communities are resilient through innovation to disasters and climate change. We also want to encourage entrepreneurial attitude in order to stimulate growth ambitions in businesses, especially among MSMEs. We know that MSMEs serve as the backbone of any economy, and we want to increase innovative capacity among MSMEs. In the last innovation survey that we conducted, that was in 2008, we found very low innovative capacity among MSMEs in the food processing sector, the ICT sector and the electronics and communication sector. Low innovative capacity. So we want to explore, also promote, protect the potentials for innovation of traditional knowledge, traditional cultural expressions, and genetic resources. The following slides gives you the definition, but please take note that there's no explicit mention about grassroots innovation. What we have is inclusive innovation. Of course, this takes into consideration the lower income and marginalized groups or communities. We have social innovation, and we have traditional cultural expressions. So this would include the indigenous community. We have hundreds of indigenous communities in the Philippines, more so in Mindanao where I come from. In Davao City alone, which is my area of coverage, we have 13 indigenous people communities, and each of these have distinct culture, have distinct traditional cultural expressions. And we have a definition for traditional knowledge. So I took the liberty of defining grassroots innovation based on the definitions already given in the proposed Innovation Act. So we say that grassroots innovation looks at or focuses on the basic administrative or governance unit of society or community. So in the Philippines, we have what we call barangay or village. Smaller than barangay is sitio, and smaller than sitio is purok. So these are basically, a few households, a very small population. Then it builds on existing knowledge, systems, and practices, and it capitalizes on existing or indigenous resources, including people, resources with their culture, knowledge, systems, and practices, and available natural and physical resources. We would like to think that grassroots innovation can be a composite of the internal. These are the traditional or locally or indigenous, locally developed innovations, and the introduced or external innovations. But bottom line is it is after sustainability, and it addresses problems and concerns emanating from the grassroots and the triple bottom lines mentioned earlier: economic, social, and environmental spheres of development, but at the community level. And there is genuine engagement of community. Otherwise, you cannot call it grassroots innovation. So we embarked on a program translating the national policy, innovation policy, into regional innovation policies and innovation clusters. So we mapped out for each of the regions